Good afternoon, dear friends. I'm Anxin Li. I'm a statistician from National Bureau of Statistics. Today, my presentation is for better life, how to provide good environmental statistics for sound policymaking. I also invite two experts to join these topics. Dr. Chen Shaofeng, a professor from Institute of Science and Development, Chinese Academy of Science. Dr. Zhou Jingbo, Association Professor from School of Environment and Nature Resource, Renmin University. A sound eco-environment is the highest public products and the most inclusive public benefits. Environmental statistics is indispensable for data-based policy and decision-making to support sustainable development. Next slide. My presentation contains four parts. First is from haze events in 2013 to national actions on combating against air pollution. The second is essential role of environment statistics for policymaking on reduced air pollution. The third is main challenges on providing good environmental statistics. The fifth is suggestions and recommendations for production of good environment statistics. Let me start with the story of Beijing. As you know, a heavy haze event occurred in most parts of China. A Beijinger who took pictures every day when he walked out with his dog. He wanted to keep an objective record of Beijing's air quality changes. From 2013 to 2021, he took 2 million pictures. This picture is from February to March in 2013. We can see here a few blue sky here. The right side is a map cited from the 2013 report on the state of ecology and environment in China. This map shows the haze events frequency among the whole country. We can see haze events concentrated in some specific area. For example, the Central Plain, the East Coast area, and the Pearl River Delta area. So, what's the response of government, academia, and the public? As for government, the heavy haze events became the high priority of environment concern during National Congress in 2013. The State Council issued a National Action Plan on prevention of and control of atmospheric pollution in September. The Ministry of Environment Protection revised national standard of air quality by adding PM2.5 and enlarged monitoring network scope to 74 cities. As for academia, researchers with relevant institutions started research on causes and factors of the haze events. They also provide science-based suggestions or solutions to the policymakers. As for the public, PM 2.5 became the formula term for the public. People more care about their life quality and health issues. They also raise their awareness and knowledge of air pollution, environmental issues. Here is the national action. The action is the first 5-year action. That is the first action because dedicated for the air pollution. The term is from 2013 to 2017. The goal is to reduce heavily pollutant days, especially for the 3 key areas, the Beijing, Tianjin, Hebei area, the Yangtze River Delta area, and the Pearl River Delta area. Here I list, this is the qualified targets here. In 2018, the State Council issued another national action for clean air. Here is the goals: reduce the total emission of major air pollution and the greenhouse gases. Now, let's take a look what we have done in last 10 years. 29.2 million rural households will replace their heating role by clean energy. We accomplished the low-emission technical innovation for the fire power plants and the steel plants. We removed 25.4 million vehicles, which cannot up to the standard. We also invested and registered with 62,000 enterprises just in Beijing, Tianjin, Hebei area. Let's take a look what happened after 10 years. The overall air quality has been improved remarkably. The percentage of good days was about 87%, an increase of 5.8 percentage points compared to 2015. The concentration of PM 2.5 has decreased by 28.8%, 18% as target. Let's take a look at what happened in Beijing. This is the Beijing that take photos. He just made this chart. We can see here, in 2013, the most days, the picture below axis. But when we see here, 2021, the most picture here, we can see the Beijing's air quality change significantly. Now we can see the whole country. The left side is average concentration of PM 2.5. The right is proportion of days with good quality. We can see the same trends. That means the air quality improved among the whole country. So, according to the case study of China's practice, here I want to demonstrate how environmental statistics support our policy making. As you know, government, academia, and public, they have different response to the haze events. Here I list 4 boxes here. That is state indicators, the indicators based on the national monitoring network that will provide atmosphere, water, and soil quality data. The pressure indicators just show the main causes to the haze events. For example, the energy consumption, vehicle stocks, emission of major air pollutants, industrial structure, and the response indicator that is from our action plan, from the main content of our action plan. We optimize our energy structure, we adjust our structure, industry structure, and optimize transport structure. The impact indicators, that is the haze events bring to the impact to the public. I just show some indicators. For example, the numbers of respiratory outpatients, economic losses caused by heavy shutdown, canceling flights, public online clicks and posts, public satisfaction with ecological environment. Now, I want to give my definition to the good environmental statistic. I think good environmental statistics should support formation of effective environmental policies, objectively reflect the improvement of ecological environment and reflect public's human being and pursuit for the better life. So statistics here support government authorities develop environmental policies, support relevant government agencies to cooperate to improve environmental conditions and quality, to support public enjoy well-being, provide feedback on environment statistics. As you know, in China, the environmental statistics system is a decentralized statistics system, which consists of NBS system and department statistics system. NBS is responsible for the integrated environmental statistic production. We collect data from line ministries and we combine and publish yearbook on environmental statistics. We also release environmental statistics through our website and publish yearbook. NBS is also responsible for the telephone assistant survey to collect opinions or feedback from the public on environmental statistics, on environmental issues. The line ministries, they produce specific environmental statistics. For example, Ministry of Ecology and Environment. They produce statistics on waste, pollutants, discharge, and monitoring statistics on air, water, soil, marine, etc. So, however, we still have some challenges on producing good environmental statistics. The data gap exists, especially on measuring cross subjects, such as eco-civilization construction, climate change mitigation, and SDG goals. Environmental statistics products mostly was not friendly to the public, to the policymaker. For some reason, for example, the time lags and the fuel desegregation and the limited scope. It's not fit the policies makers need. Data producer provide simple analysis based on the breakdown by air and industry. The lack of association with economic and social affairs. Environmental statistic capacity building is still weak and cannot feed growing demands. Finally, I want to give 5 suggestions for providing good environmental statistic. The first is to make improvement by refining conceptual framework of environmental statistic. Adding new statistics and enlarged scope to address the priorities issues of environmental concerns. 2, to make innovation of or reform for the modernization of statistic products. For example, we can adopt new energy such as big data, remote sensing, and new modern information technology into our environmental statistic production. The third is to make more dialogues between data producer and the data users for better understanding each other. The fifth is to actively strengthen statistical capacity building by improving personnel construction and enhance infrastructure investment. The fifth is to strengthen international cooperation and experience exchange to improve comparability of environmental statistics by applying UN standards and methods under China's context. This is my presentation. I also want to invite Mr. Chen to give his comments or suggestions. Please.
Thank you very much for your very interesting presentation.
怎么没有声？
I'm Shao Fengchen from Chinese Academy of Sciences. Okay, so from this presentation, I also learned more about Chinese government to deal with air pollution. So, so I think this presentation is very nice and very interesting. Which exhibits the important role environmental statistics plays in supporting decision making under the framework of DPSRR, taking heavy smoke haze as an example. And also we understand great achievements to combat against pollution, air pollution have been made in China. So as you know, it takes several decades for London to conquering the smoke after London smoke incidents in 1952. And also it took over 60 years for Los Angeles to deal with photochemical smoke. But in China, it spent only about 10 years to reverse the deterioration trend of air pollution. So I think it's a miracle. Here, I would like to stress 3 points. Firstly, we should enhance emerging pollutants, such as persistent organic pollutants, plastic pollution, which have a substantial negative impacts on human health and ecological consequences. And secondly, we should improve data productivity and data quality by the modernized means, such as artificial intelligence, big data, and so on, such as China's carbon satellite have been used to monitor the carbon, the global and the regional carbon dioxide concentration. And also we can we can improve the environmental statistics by big data. And the third, we should strengthen environmental statistics towards sustainable development goals, because more than half SDGs are directly related to environment and sustainable resources use. And it's impossible to realize the SDGs without environmental progress, which also highlights the importance of environmental statistics. That's I give Ms. Anne some comments. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, let's invite Ms. Zhou.
Okay. I think we were out of time, so just a few words. First of all, I'd like to thank Mrs. Anne for her warm invitation. I totally agree with Mrs. Anne and Professor Chen's opinions. As far as I'm concerned, I think I have 3 advantages. First, I'm a citizen, and then I'm a teacher, and then I'm a researcher. Just from perspective of a citizen, I think the indicators of PM 2.5, PM 10, and floating dust are very popular and familiar for public, but that's not enough. I think we need more indicators related to water quality, climate change, and biodiversity, and so on. And from the perspective as of a teacher, I think it's important to cultivate more interdisciplinary talents on environmental engineering, environmental science, environmental statistics, and environmental economics. And from the perspective as a researcher, I think maybe we need to be together to conduct some in-depth researches on causal inferences between driving force, pressure, state, impacts, and response. So that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Zhou. I want to take a few minutes to give a brief summary. China has already made remarkable achievements on improving air quality, where good environmental statistics played and is playing an important role. However, we're still facing some challenges. So we need to increase statistical productivity and efficiency in an innovative way. Second, we need to enhance capacity building for good environmental statistics. The third is we need to strengthen international cooperation and experiences exchange, especially on the implementation of SDGs. So that's my presentation. Thank you all. Next, please, Ms. Zhang Jiale.